You guys pull out your phones, put out your flashlights. We're gonna take a group photo. All right, guys, I count to 3. I want you to go nuts. Ready? 1, 2, 3!
This has been a lot of fun. This is day 2. Big shout out to Dan who started this. You guys are amazing, and I think Jackson, Maggie, Peter, this has been our favorite convention to come to. So
for sure.
FanX does it right. Hopefully we're here every year. Thank you guys for coming out.
Yeah. Salt Lake City.
My goodness, this is a full room, and no surprise because Twilight, it lives on through the generations, right? We are running low on time, so I want to make sure we can get some guest questions, oh my gosh, audience questions. I've been here all day like you. I'm so sorry. Go right ahead.
Hi, my name is Matt. My wife and I co-direct high school musicals.
Wait, is that a vampire snack you brought?
Yeah.
A vampire Snicker bar over there.
And the question I have is, our students often are really flat with their acting. So what advice did you receive early in your career to help you become a better actor?
You do musicals, you said?
Yeah, we do high school musicals.
And they're flat, like key flat? Like they can't sing?
No, their acting is flat.
Have you seen Carlisle Cullen? Pretty flat. I think
Don't do what he does.
That's the opposite of Carlisle. Well, he's 350 years old. Come on.
So you're looking how to take, like how to better instruct your students. That's fantastic. So some of the best advice, I've had really is about embracing what makes you you and letting that out and letting your students have the space to express themselves in the way that they feel comfortable and letting them know that they're safe to do so. So at the end of the day, maybe their performance is coming off as flat, but that's really not what it is. It's insecure, or it's a little bit overwhelmed. So just make sure that you remind them that you're there to help them be them and let themselves come out in the best way. Because as actors, that's really all you have, is what your instrument is. So make sure you just remind them that they are beautiful, unique, and amazing people, right?
I think we have some more. Go ahead, yeah.
We're going to follow up on that too. Because my daughter's in an acting class right now and I was helping her. And you could tell like she's so focused on the lines and like how everybody's perceiving her, right? So I said, imagine right now like all of this lights are coming into you, right? And it makes you feel insecure, and so you come off kind of flat because you're like, I hope I'm doing good. Everybody wants to be a good actor. And I said, but take that beam of light and push it out towards the person you're working with. So the energy, instead of coming this way, is now going that way. Put your focus on them, because they're gonna tell you what to do next. And if they're really focused on the other person and you give them an objective in the scene or an action to play, which is one of my favorite things, like the scene she was doing, it was like, her monologue was actually from Barbie. And it was like, I was like, well, what's she talking about here, America Ferrera's speech? And it was really talking about how women have a hard time. And I was like, okay, so you're trying to explain and educate. That's your objective, right? That's your action. So really, personalize it to something in your life where you're really passionate about explaining and educating this thing to somebody. And then once you have that passion, you can spill into the monologue, right? And so if they have this action to play and they're really looking at that person and selling and educating, they're no longer thinking about, well, what am I doing with my hands? They're actually just trying to pursue this action. So give them more things that are active that could help them so that they're not putting the self-consciousness on themselves.
And Yeah, that's great. I love that. I also think improv is really, really great. Improv classes and allowing people, because nowadays our generations, like pre-internet, we were just playing outside using our imagination. And so there's a lot of, and I have a lot of actors who ask this as well, is like just playing. Like get back to when you were a kid, forget about, and especially you being a teacher, just prop them up, have them do something really weird. I remember in acting classes, we acted like animals, and if animals had voices.
In Twilight, Catherine had us do cat class. Honestly, we were literally
But we had fun, like you gotta act, I acted like a bear, not a cat.
It was one of the first days we were actually meeting, and I didn't know the other cast, they didn't know me, and here we are, like meowing and purring. I always joke that Jackson took a poop.
Maggie, did you ever have to do that?
Jackson took a poop in a litter box in the corner.
Not on Twilight.
But it was bonding. They're like bonding moments because then they feel safe with each other. You know what I mean? They're not feeling like, oh, being judged. So I think that experiment actually worked because it got us out of our shell to be like, if we could be at this silly with each other, and also because vampires are kind of feline-esque, so it helped us with our movements. But play games with them, for sure. Didn't mean to
Yeah, raise your elevation. You know, if they're being a little flat, be like, all right, in this scene, we're gonna yell every single line, you know? And this one, we're gonna whisper, and just get them outside of their comfort zone. But you have to also protect them and just encourage them and tell them they're great every time they do something, because they're trying. They're building this coat of like, what can they do and what sounds good. And they have so many people on their phones telling them different things, right? A lot of strangers, a lot of bots. And it's a tough industry, but just remind them it's not the end of the world, and it's just fun.
It's a play. That's why they call it a play. So have them play. Anyway, we could talk about acting forever, so we'll get on to the next one. So sorry.
Building on what you guys are saying, I think all of those exercises that everyone kind of makes fun of, maybe we missed the point, because if anything, we give each other permission and it's about connecting with the person across from you. Like maybe because you really need something and you're gonna try 15 different ways to get it, and the wider you can play in the rehearsal process, the more you can pull little threads for performance. But to have that permission with yourself to try those 15 ways that you might go about getting that thing, but also with your fellow castmate, I think building that trust, whether it's cat exercises or a lot of things we've all done in rehearsal, I think it allows us to be present with the other person and kind of get out of our own ego, because it really is about connecting and finding that, you know, space with the person across from you. What just happened?
The baby's adorable. I'm sorry.
We're boring her. Good night. Good night.
The cutest snack I've ever seen.
If you want actors to never stop talking, ask us about acting. What's next, darling? What we got?
Hi, my name's Siley, and my question is, out of like all the Twilight movies, which one was your favorite to film and why?
Twilight, the original, for me, because it was something so unique and different, and Catherine Hardwicke had such a beautiful vision for it. A film about the outcasts, right? The wallflowers, that maybe other people saw them as beautiful, but they saw themselves as monsters. And I think there's something really universal about that, and what Catherine was able to do with that first film was beautiful. And then I got to work with these lovely people, and we were all just starting out, and making a film, because we love to do what we get to do.
I mean, yeah, mine was Breaking Dawn when he got his head ripped off. That was fun. But it was fake. It was fake, guys. If you haven't seen Spoiler!
I'll go Twilight too. Actually, I'm gonna go Breaking Dawn because that's when Maggie Grace came on board, and she was so lovely to join us and elevate the movies with her talent and her beauty.
Next question.
Hi, I'm Kit. My question is, obviously Twilight has a ginormous cult following, and it has brought a bunch of fan works into light through fan fiction and fan art and TikToks and all of that. Is there any of fan works that you have seen that made you just go like, wow, that was really good?
Yeah, there's this little independent film called 50 Shades of Grey.
True story. True story.
My favorite fan work I've seen gets sent to me daily on Instagram, and it goes a little something like this. I've been practicing.
I was born out of cat class, right? You see a cat in water?
I have a question for all of you. What are your favorite vampires and werewolves movies? Twilight doesn't count.
Oh, that's a good one.
The Only Lovers Left Alive. And the soundtrack to The Only Lovers Left Alive. Oh my god. One person is with me. Yes. There. The outskirts of Detroit. Jim Jarmusch, The Only Lovers Left Alive.
I'm gonna go
Gary Oldman, Dracula. Sorry, Gary Oldman, hands down. Rock and roll. Let's go.
Go ahead, you go.
I'm done.
I'm a huge Blade fan. And then Night Watch. Blade and Night Watch, Day Watch, all those are great.
I have to go Vampire Diaries. Only because Ian's
Not Team Wolf, come on, Team Wolf.
Ian's a friend of ours, and Nikki is married, so we gotta keep it in the family. We're all one big family. I'll tell you a funny story. You wanna hear a funny story? There was, we only got 16 minutes, I'll keep it short. So when we were doing the second Twilight, the New Moon, we were up in a hotel in Vancouver, and they were shooting the pilot for Vampire Diaries. And we had come off of Twilight coming out, it was very successful, and they looked to us and they were like, oh, we're doing this little TV series, we hope it goes. And I was like, good luck. But we all became friends, and but it went really well for them. And so it's nice to see we were there for the start of it. It was nice. That only took 1 minute, Jackson. See, I didn't waste everybody's time. I have very long-winded stories. He makes fun of me.
Okay, go ahead.
Hello, I'm Brock, and in Twilight there's a lot of vampires who have special abilities that are amplified versions of their strengths in human form. So what do you think would be your special ability based on you?
Speed reading.
I'm a lover, so I feel like I would wasn't there a Care Bear who did the hearts or?
Keep it family friendly.
You say you're a lover?
Yeah.
Family
I think we all know what his superpower is. Yeah.
And he's humble too.
I just like life. This is cool, man. This is awesome. I get to be here with all of y'all doing something crazy like this. This is awesome. Thank y'all, Salt Lake. I have more of these years. Thank you.
The show with the kindest fans and the cutest puppies. The rumors are true, they have puppies out back. They're really cute to snuggle with the actors. It's really sweet.
They have no idea what you're talking about.
It sounds weird.
In the back room, there is
backstage.
a bunch of puppies just running around for therapeutic enjoyment for the neurotic actors. They just calm. It's very nice. I'm just going to do this.
I thought it was Jacob and his friends. I didn't know. Jacob's here. He brought his friends.
Any more superpowers that need to be announced?
Oh man, I'm so bad at this game. I think it would be the superpower of, I feel like I'm getting old, but I feel like I'm young inside, like Carlisle, right? He's 250, but he can stay young forever, so maybe that's my superpower. Stay young forever on the inside.
Go ahead.
Hey guys, super stoked you're here. Damon, Riggs, Team Alice. Jackson, you feel me?
Hey, so I wanted to find out, outside of the Twilight franchise, which obviously we all love, when you meet fans, typically speaking, what project are you most recognized for?
My name is Amanda.
I just did one episode of Criminal Minds.
It was a memorable episode.
I left an impression. My mom hated it so much because I based the accent of Amanda off of my mother's accent. And if you see the episode, it's not good. She was very upset with me.
But did she know that, or did you tell her that?
It's pretty obvious. Yeah. I love these people so much, you guys. You have no idea. I'm so blessed. I have the best cast. I'll stop talking. Shut up.
All right, Maggie, what about you? You've been a part of some amazing projects.
When I'm blonde, usually Lost. Depends on the haircut.
It was a great show. What about you?
Oh man, I mean, I get everything from like Can't Hardly Wait all the way to Twilight. So, I've been in a lot of stuff, but I'm always bad at reading people because like some like big butch guy will come over and be like, "Hey, I'm a big fan of yours," and I'll be like, Fastlane or like a really macho kind of show that I've done. And Can't Hardly Wait. I'll be like, "No, Nurse Jackie." And I can't imagine this guy going, "I can't go out tonight, boys. I need to watch Nurse Jackie." I joke that I try to make something for everybody. So if somebody comes to the table, like, "I don't know you're from Twilight," I'm like, "Have you seen Scorpion King? I knew The Rock when he was a pebble." So there's something out there. If you don't like Twilight, or something. If you don't like Can't Hardly Wait, I'm gonna keep on working until I make something that you like. Find something for you.
I've seen every single one of those movies, by the way, and you're amazing.
Thank you.
I love my wife's favorite movie, Stick It, and I get a lot of people. Yeah, I think something bad's about to happen. And then Frank Farts, which is great. I love that one. But my wife loves that, and then I got to work with Missy on FBI. And FBI Most Wanted for Dick Wolf has been fantastic.
Did you know that I was on the first episode of your spin-off?
Yeah.
Me and Matt Lillard played brothers on the spin-off episode. We played, we were guest stars, and we spin that off. I love it. That was so fun to work with Kellan again.
Were you on the Budapest section?
Was that what?
FBI, right? That was Budapest?
FBI,
Oh, different
which was Most Wanted was?
Didn't you shoot in Budapest? Budapest? No?
No, that's international.
Sorry.
They wouldn't bring me out there. I'm too dangerous.
Too dangerous. Has to keep him in the States.
Next question.
Hi, I'm Jaslyn, and my question is, while you were on the set of Twilight, what do you think was your favorite inside joke that came from the cast and the crew?
Well, we also had Bella's dead body just laying around. So it was all protected, but we would always like peek behind the curtain and mess with it.
Yeah, we got in trouble for that.
Yeah, we did.
There's this dead body, and it was like behind the, they were shooting out there, and it was like backstage, so we were like picking her nose, taking pictures, like putting our arms around her, and then the security guy was like, "We need all your phones." I was like, "Oh man, you're no fun."
Next question.
Hi, I'm Lexi, and my question is, what was the most straining scene or most physically demanding?
I mean, when my head got cut off, that hurt. I'm very method, so I went full head cut off.
I second that. Trying to grow my head back was hard. It's draining.
I mean, looking like you're in pain all the time, it starts to hurt. See, I got the opposite of RBF. I've got resting dumb face. It's like, oh, look at him, he looks so dumb and happy. So it's like, it's all the repressed trauma. It's so much of it.
Yeah. For me, it was wrestling the cardboard cutout wolves. So when you can really wrestle and you put your arms around something, there's something to grapple. When it's just a cardboard thing that you can't break, and you have to like air wrestle. You have to look really tough because they're gonna put a big, vicious green screen wolf in there. It's hard. And then in the scene, I got flipped into the river, which was freezing. And we're vampires and we're not supposed to feel anything, so they're like, hey, you have too much steam coming out of your nose. I'm like, yeah, it's cold. It's really cold.
It's called breathing.
We're not breathing. So you're just trying to hold your breath, and then you're turning red, and it was a mess of a day, but a lot of fun.
There was a day where, do you remember this scene where we were like in front of the Kellan house, and they were throwing these potato sacks of fur at us, and they were werewolves. They were like, shh, and at one point everyone started laughing because it was so ridiculous.
Yeah, I do.
Acting is hard. Acting is hard.
Go ahead. Hi, my name is Tycho, and my question is, before auditioning for the movie, did you read the book? And if you did, what were your thoughts on it?
I didn't before, but after Catherine asked me to play Jasper, she requested that I go read Twilight Eclipse, and I did, and yeah, I really loved the kind of the backstories of these characters and getting a sense of, you know, I get to play him in the modern day, and normally I do my own biographical research of a character. I'll write it if it's not there for me already, but here it was, you know, like I have all this, this character of Jasper has all this trauma, all this issues, and all this life of hell that he's lived. So I think getting to read that and really getting a sense of him was very advantageous for me as an actor, and I loved it.
So my agents called, they said, do you want to do a vampire movie? And I was like, no. Because I was thinking like blood and bats and, you know, in a cave somewhere. And there was a lot of like a string of bad vampire movies that had been made in those years. And they said, no, well, it's based on this book. And Catherine Hardwicke's directing it. And I said, okay, I like her. I said, when's the audition? They go, tomorrow. Do you have a script? They go, no. But there's a book, and I was like, okay. So I went to the store, I bought the book, and I was like, I'll just skip to Carlisle. I was like, Carlisle, okay. And most handsome man, most handsome movie star in the world? I like this role. And so, yeah, look, movie star looks. So then I was like, all right, I got to like halfway through, I was like, actually this is pretty good. So I went back to the beginning and read all the way from beginning to end. I was up till like 2 o'clock in the morning, and I went to the audition the next day, and my eyes were all red and bloody, and then they were like, you got the role. It's a longer story than that, but I don't want to take up everybody's time because it's like 4 minutes left. So go. You're like, I'm kidding.
No, I didn't
hear your audition story, Maggie. You never told us your.
Yeah, what was yours?
Straight offer?
No audition.
There must have been. There were definitely meetings, and there was an audition.
Your people talk to their people?
No. I read the book after. It was all pretty fast then, and then
Because there's you and then a couple sisters, so did you?
Yeah, so I think it was more about making sure they did at one point ask me which sister I felt more drawn to, and I just thought it'd be really fun.
Prettiest sister in the world.
Prettiest, one with most lines.
I was like, it'd be more fun to be bad.
True. Mine, I didn't think. I read all the books, they were really great. But Ashley told me it was a book series. Ashley Green, and I really forget. I mean, I read them before, but the audition, I had auditioned before it was a book series. So, and then I remember reading the books, and I found out we had no fangs and we sparkled, and I was like, "What is this?" But I love my character.
Hi, my name is Lexi. I do game content online, and I was just wondering, especially Jackson and Maggie. Jackson, you deal with the ratties, and Maggie, you dealt with the fame from Lost. What do you guys do when it all gets too much? When people make weird comments, when people feel like they're stalking you? What do you do when it gets crazy?
That's a really
therapist.
question.
I have therapy Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Highly recommend therapy. Really good. I do. Look, the 99% of the people are very lovely and kind and sweet and gracious. There's a 1% that take it too far, and of that 1%, another 1% of those go so far that I'll kill you.
It's scary.
I'm from Texas. That's never. I only get so scared. Let's be real. Okay. At the end of the day, though, I think it's really important. I think we're all in the same boat, right? This is like not just us, but all of us, right? There's hardships in life that are inevitable, that they will happen, you know. And there are good things and there are bad things. If you focus on the good, hopefully you'll see more of it. So one of the things I teach my kids and that I try to do every day is say what I'm grateful for, not in my head, out loud. Now I do it as a prayer with my children. We say what we're grateful for. Yeah. And I highly encourage it, and maybe you don't pray, that's fine. But at the end of the day, just if you can audibly or even write down just what you're grateful for every day, I guarantee you will see it more. It is a beautiful thing, it'll change your life. Focus on the good, you know? Focus on the good.
Focus on the good. That's a really good. That's really nice. Yeah.
This is probably our last question.
Hi, my name is Ashley, and I was wondering, were there any scenes that you guys filmed or deleted scenes that you wish that got put into the movies?
Was there any scenes what?
That you wish that got put into the movie?
That got cut out or from the book?
That got cut out.
I think there's some in the extended like Twilight DVDs. There's one with me and Esme that's really cute, and I always wish that was put in there because people are like, you had more chemistry with Bella in the stitching scene than Esme. I'm like, no, we had chemistry. It was just cut out. So yeah, we'll go to the extended version now to your DVDs, and there's a cute Esme scene. We have lovely chemistry.
You could have chemistry with a grapefruit.
Oh.
I mean, you bring sweet where there is sour, buddy. Come on.
That's why I love my
family.
I love my family.
Well, thank you so much for coming to FanX. We love you so much.